We've been reporting on the mayor's tent city for asylum seekers drawing criticism. Now the News 4 I team has uncovered a more immediate problem facing the city and the migrants who have overwhelmed the shelter system. Many of the babies in the system aren't getting enough to eat. The I team's Melissa Russo has the story.
It's dinner time at the Queen's Travel Lodge, and this baby boy has already finished his bottle of milk. He wants more milk. He's still hungry, but his mother says at this shelter there are no refills.
My children are in dire need.
She cries, telling us the food situation here has pushed her to the brink of desperation. They serve small meals, but no baby food, no formula, and just 1 8-ounce container of milk per baby per day, unless the milk is expiring. Then she says they get extra.
The food is very restricted.
Residents here shared a video showing how they're forced to sign for every milk or juice they consume. And when she asked for more, this mom says a shelter employee dictated the following answer into her phone so it could be translated into Spanish. "We already gave you milk or food because the children eat at their school. I only follow orders, so don't bother me anymore." The I-team interviewed multiple families at other hotels with similar stories, at the Super 8 in Brooklyn and in Midtown, where a pregnant woman worries her unborn baby girl isn't getting enough nutrients because dinner at her shelter is just 230 calories.
On a daily basis, we see about 75 families that they come with the babies that they don't have no milk.
At food pantries throughout the city, demand is high and supplies are low.
Like when we give them milk and they drink it in front of us, the baby, the face changes. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking that the shelters in our city they're not providing the essentials for the kids.
We watched as baby Jimena Mendoza downed milk after milk outside a Manhattan pantry. Her big sister says the baby needs milk and formula and has been throwing up the shelter food because she's not used to it. Their father says after a difficult trek from Venezuela, getting to a place like New York and struggling for food is hard. Maria Plaza says while they could definitely use more food, she thinks the city is helping migrants a lot, and she's grateful for a place to sleep and the free food they do receive. Pedro Rodriguez runs a network of food pantries that helped feed New Yorkers during the pandemic. He says part of the problem is the food is not what these families are used to eating, but he also says it's just not enough.
We don't have enough food for the children, and these big kids are getting hungrier. Okay, so we are scampering everywhere. These babies, we're talking about real babies that they need food.
From the very beginning of the migrant influx, we've been asking City Hall about the food supply.
We're providing them with food. I mean, this city is so humane.
While most homeless families from New York receive food stamps or welfare, the migrants don't, and they can't work, so they have no power to supplement what the shelters provide. In a statement, the City Department of Social Services said they're working around the clock to serve the thousands of recently arrived asylum seekers. The statement did not address our specific questions about the food supply, nor whether they're aware of any hungry babies in their care. It says, "We ensure that all shelters serving families with children are receiving adequate and appropriate food provisions for all infants on site." The mom of this little boy suggests Mayor Eric Adams pay a visit with inspectors, adding that her only other wish is for the federal government to give migrants the opportunity to work so that she could provide for her own children and not ask for help. Melissa Russo, News 4, New York.